Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here today to the Xfinity 500 on NASCAR Heat 5. Martinsville Speedway, 500 laps around this half-mile paperclip, and it's going to be interesting to say the least. We are going to get into this one. Lucas NASCAR for Life 18, Tyler Burbeck, Cult 48, Robbie Dixon, welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope Briscoe gets a win today. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to see him win 10. Joshua White, welcome to the stream also. We're about to qualify for this race here today. Glad all of you are coming in. For those of you not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. We're just one subscriber away from 600, and we'll probably hit that over the course of the stream today. We got a long one. If we can make it to the end, this is going to be a race of survival for everybody throughout the course of the day. So we'll see how this will turn out to be. Hopefully we can make it to the end. Problems yesterday for Blaney late. Kyle Busch, of course, had an issue. Had to come down pit road. Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin. So numerous drivers who were running in the top 5 in the race at Dover yesterday had problems. Your race winner at the end of the day ended up being William Byron. He got his first win of the season. We've had 8 different winners in the first 11 races, so just 8 spots left for the playoffs. We'll see if we might get a 9th different winner here today. Gonna be a lot of slipping and sliding around this racetrack with the 750 horsepower package. Good lap for Ryan Blaney here in qualifying. 20.007, 14th is where he will qualify for today's race. 19.54 or 534 rather is the pole time, and Matt Kenseth will be starting on the pole with Brad Keselowski outside pole in second. Don't wreck out. Yes, I will try not to. It's gonna be tough. So here we go. Again, Kenseth on the pole. Keselowski running that PPG paint scheme. That's going to throw me off today. Granted, I'm Blaney, so I guess it's not really going to throw me off too much, I guess. I hope not. Denny Hamlin failed pre-race inspection. He will be starting at the rear of the field in this one. He is a great short track racer, and after a DNF yesterday, he is going to be out for blood at one of his best tracks at Martinsville today. Green flag in the air. We are underway in the Xfinity 500. Who will win later in the day? 4 wide into turn 1. Ryan Newman, what a move. Blaney got to the inside of Eric Jones and Chase Elliott, and Newman just kind of got down under all of them. Blaney going to get around Bowman. Now he's still staying to the inside, trying to get Newman back for 10th. Bubba Wallace up here after a top 10 starting position. And a little bump and run from behind as Custer tries to move Blaney. Shoved him up the track, but then Custer kind of stalled out and he couldn't keep the momentum going. Oh my goodness. Blaney drove it in way too hard. Gave the spot back up for Custer. Blaney going to try to get right back underneath him. Oh man, and Ricky Stenhouse just drills Blaney from behind. He's going to try a bump and run maneuver. A lot of aggressive drivers in the very beginning of this race today. Everybody going out using the bumpers in the opening laps. Got 130 laps in the opening stage of the race here today at Martinsville. We'll have another 130 laps in stage number 2. That will make for a 240 lap final stage if we make it, of course. Every stage point that we could get is going to be so vital in case we cannot make it to the end of this race. Blaney has only DNF'd once this season. That was at Texas. And that was about 5 races ago. But last year on our Chase for 8 season with Jimmy Johnson, we DNF'd in both Martinsville races. And I think we DNF'd like 8 times over the course of the season. So we're definitely off to a better pace here in this one. Car's a little skady on the exit of the corners here. The rear bumper damage is not helping that. Just gotta really let the car drive itself off the exit of the corners, not trying to overdrive it yourself. You're going from about 55 miles an hour up to about 125 and then trying to break it back down again over and over and over 1,000 times today around this racetrack. For these 500 laps. This is one of those kinds of racetracks that can really test a driver's patience. But you have to have a lot of patience to race here. Stenhouse looking to get around Cole Custer for 11th right now. We'll see if he'll put the bumper on him. Both Custer and Stenhouse put the bumper on Blaney earlier. Blaney now drives it in deep into turn 3. Kind of runs Stenhouse up the hill a little bit. Couldn't clear him. Drives it in really deep, trying to do the same thing again, and that time he beat Stenhouse back to the gas to get around him for 12th. So a good clean pass. Took a couple corners, but again, that's the patience that you need to get around this racetrack. We've seen Blaney in the last couple years get around Martinsville really well. A couple of top 5s in the last couple races here. Martin Truex Jr. has been the king of this racetrack over the last couple seasons. Sweeping Martinsville last season and then, of course, getting a win there earlier this year. So you wonder who might be able to beat him. Of course, he's below the playoff cut line in real life this year, so don't be surprised if he ends up getting a win at Martinsville. Get himself into that championship 4. Cole Custer's been trying to get around Bubba Wallace for a little bit here. Stenhouse has reeled back in on Blaney a little bit as well. Want to stay off that curbing as much as possible over the course of the race today as well. And now Blaney looks underneath of Cole Custer as they ease back to the gas down the front straightaway into the braking zone. And Blaney up to 11th. I said on Bubba Wallace. William Byron has had a hot streak. Can't remember exactly where he finished at Talladega, but between Bristol, Richmond, and Dover, that is 3 top 5s with a win, of course, yesterday at Dover. Another short track today. He's running in 9th in the early going of the race. He could be another driver to look out for the win today. He's been very good on the short tracks this season. Will bounce off the curb, and that allowed Bubba Wallace to beat Blaney back to the gas. Blaney driving in deep into turn 3, trying to get back alongside of him again. That time he didn't hit the curbing. Trying to complete the pass now through turns 1 and 2, and Blaney's in the top 10 for the first time today. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. now going to get underneath Wallace, and they might be training around him before long. See Joey Logano a little further back, trying to make his way up through the field as well. Kyle Button, welcome to the stream. Saturday afternoon at Martinsville. Already 20 laps in. You can get about 3 laps in a minute around this racetrack, although it'll be a long day. The pace should fly by as long as we don't have a ton of cautions. Anytime you go short track racing, I guess that is always a possibility. We'll loose off turn 4 there, but Blaney's pushing hard, trying to get around William Byron. Lap traffic now in the picture for the first time today around the back half of the top 10. And Blaney going to use Chad Fincham as a pick here to get around William Byron. So that'll move him up to 9th. And it's not only patience, but the fact that you have to stay so in tune with your race car. One simple mistake could turn into something major around this track. Everybody kind of bunched together. You're constantly going to be passing cars all day with the lap cars. You're constantly going to have to deal with traffic. So again, you can't let your aggression get the best of you. If you're one of these 40 drivers on this racetrack today, Blaney going to try to get around Ryan Newman using Brendan Gaughan as a pick. Newman has to go high above him now. Stenhouse going to follow on through. So since Blaney has gotten around Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Stenhouse has just kind of followed Blaney every single car he passes. Stenhouse just follows him through there. So now they're up to 8th and 9th. Newman back to 10th. Huge pack of lap traffic not too far up ahead. See Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, some of the leaders up here. Kurt Busch as well. In the 1 car, Martin Truex Jr., Matt Kenseth, a lot of top 5 drivers in this big pack of lap cars. Mari P, welcome to the stream. Ooh, Blaney ran it a little too hard. Stenhouse looks low. And he is underneath the 12 car now for 8th. But I think Blaney might want to be on the outside anyway with the lap traffic coming up. Ryan Newman maybe going to try to get back around in a crossover now. Blaney back to the inside of Stenhouse. Harvick gets a little loose up there. And Stenhouse beats Blaney back to the gas. He's able to fend him off for now. Oh, right into the back of Dillon. Lap car, he's still going to get around Stenhouse, but now here comes Ryan Newman on the bottom of the racetrack. Blaney will work the outside now to try and get around the lap car in the number 3. It seemed to get a little bit better drive off when you run the outside here at Martinsville. Harvick's just got nowhere to go. I mean, this is just such a heavy pack of lap traffic. $100 laps to go here in stage 1. Blaney right back down to the bottom. As soon as he got around Austin Dillon and hanging on to 8th place. Oh man, right in the back of Harvick, and that about turned the 37 of Preece, who was able to save it there. A little bit of a chain reaction. It's just a huge checkup, and now Kenseth gets into the back of Kyle Busch. It's not aggressive driving, it's just these slower lap cars in front of this pack of lead lap cars is slowing them down so much. In the center of the corners that the lead lap cars aren't able to slow down in time. And Harvick now going to try to move Blaney back out of the way. A little bump and run, and that'll get Harvick back to 7th. Blaney staying on the outside of Kevin Harvick. Matt DiBenedetto's up here as well. I'm not sure if he's on the lead lap or a lap down. Kessler in this little group. Oh, Kurt Busch got really loose. Newman and Blaney split him. It allows Newman out of nowhere to get back up to 7th, and Blaney ultimately just stays right in 8th place. This guy's being very patient in the early going of the race. Not a lot of sense of urgency. Nor do we really need that in the first 100 laps of the race.
Still there?
Oh man.
Car there on the outside.
Back into the 4 car again. It kind of traded paint back and forth a little bit. DiBenedetto is on the lead lap. Oh, and Harvick gets right back into Blaney. That just shoots him into the 21 car. Now Blaney, nobody's just able to clear anyone right now.
Careful, still there.
Little to no breathing room as these lead lap cars, just trying to stay on the lead lap. Oh no, Blaney into the back of Busch. A little 4 wide action going in there as well. Blaney gets sideways. Oh man, and corrects it. Little contact with Stenhouse and Harvick. They kind of sideswiped each other all the way through. We stay green. Everybody keeps it going in the correct direction. Blaney back to the inside of Newman again.
Careful, still there.
All the leaders. Pretty much everybody in the top 10. Oh, we got a car up in smoke going into turn 1. Caution's out. It looks like Brad Keselowski has a problem, and he will hit pit road. I think he had a tire going down, so that will bring out our first yellow of the day. So first cautions of the day. There are a lot of cars still in the lead lap. Ryan Preece will get the free pass in 34th. You see a lot of these guys try to stay out here. It's going to be a little interesting strategy, but Keselowski has to pit road with that tire going down. Kyle Busch will restart in the lead. Their tires, I believe it was Matt Kenseth in the 42. These guys are going to town. Good restart by Blaney on the bottom of the track, driving it in deep. These cars are just sliding around this racetrack. You really see it out of everybody. Blaney trying to stay tucked underneath that 47 car of Stenhouse. Couldn't do it there. They both slide it into turn 3. Blaney's getting a little bit better drive off than the 47 car, but Stenhouse kind of pinching him down, not really giving him a lot of room to clear him, of course. Battle for 5th. Battle for the lead going on as well between Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch up at the front of the field. Blaney almost cleared Stenhouse that time. Now he does. And DiBenedetto trying to slide underneath Blaney now. And DiBenedetto is going to pick up 2 spots right there. Oh, man. He overruns the corner right into him. And Stenhouse back up to 5th. And after all that, everybody ends up getting their same positions back. You gotta figure here at Martinsville, 130 laps is a lot to ask out of your tires. A lot of track position to try and have to gain. And that is why you saw a large portion of these lead lap cars stay out of the pits, as we're just over 50 laps in here at Martinsville today. Some great racing going on in the early going. Saw the back end of it come out a little bit more off of turn 2 there. He's easing back to the gas though, and I think that's why he's able to keep the car straight. He's not rushing back into the throttle, kind of gradually burping the gas.
Car there on the inside.
Newman gonna get underneath Blaney. Blaney gonna let him go. Newman with that protective line, and we'll contact there, accidental, and Ryan Newman will drive off. So Newman up to 6th, and number 6 car. I gotta say, by the way, that's a beautiful paint scheme. That was a scheme he ran in the Daytona 500 this year, but that is a pretty slick scheme. It kind of reminds me of something from like from the 90s. It's kind of that old-fashioned paint scheme.
Got one peeking inside. You got room. You're clear.
Internet issue. Oh my gosh. Alright, I see the black screen. Give me a second to get to a straightaway and I'll restart it. 4 more days, guys. 4 more days and we'll have that new internet.
Still there.
Benedetto just got around me for 7th. Alright, sorry. I'm really sorry for that. I can't do anything about it. That's the problem. That's the problem. We were having that issue. It took me 4 attempts to get the Dover race in yesterday. I don't know what's going on. Why it's not working at all. Yeah, sorry. I'll restart the stream here. Give me a quick second. So keep an eye on that. Again, I apologize. I'm really sorry.